Your Grace, Most Reverend Andrew Starleth, the host Archbishop of Trichur, dear brother bishops, and all my beloved people of God, hearty welcome and greetings to all of you. Last year, at the National March for Life in Pune, I spoke to you all about the reality with regard to the culture of death in our country. Many people, especially those in authority, the politicians, bishops, priests, religious, lawmakers, judiciary, and the medical professionals are ignorant of the slaughter of over 1,56 lakhs babies being killed every year in India. We have hardly done enough for the voiceless. One of the primary offices of the bishops and priests is to teach and preach. But sadly, many of us shy away from doing so. Many of us are ignorant of our responsibilities to speak out for those who cannot speak, as told in Proverbs 31:8. For example, when a couple struggles with infertility, very often the doctor recommends the couple to undergo IVF, etc. Very often our priests are clueless on how to guide them pastorally on not to undergo IVF. We have to counter abortion, IVF, etc. by adoption. This is what the church wants to promote, a culture of life. CHARIS India's National March for Life is a great time to learn about the culture of death by promulgating a culture of life and protesting against the abortion laws in our country. This year, I would like to bring to your notice to crores of children killed in the womb through contraceptives like pills, abortion pills, condoms, sterilization, copper teas, and intrauterine devices. All these you can see in the exhibition that is depicted the other side of the road. Crores of children are being killed through these means as well, of which we don't have any statistical records. In Casti Connubii, an encyclical of Pope Pius XI on chaste wedlock written in 1930, the Holy Father declared in number 56, any use whatsoever of matrimony exercised in such a way that the act is deliberately frustrated in its natural power to generate life is an offense against the law of God and of nature. And those who indulge in such are branded with guilt of a grave sin. That is why the church terms all forms of contraception as a grave mortal sin. The Catholic Church again reiterated its stance through Pope St. Paul VI encyclical Humanae Vitae, meaning human life, in 1968, which again declared that all forms of contraception are a grave mortal offense against God. In the encyclical Humanae Vitae on human life, we see 6 prophecies made by the saintly Holy Father, Pope Paul VI. Namely, number 1, a general lowering of moral standards. Number two, treating our bodies like machines. Number three, a loss of respect for women. Number four, increase in divorce rates. Number five, coercive use of contraceptive methods by governments and increase in the number of abortions. And these, after 56 years of Humane Vitae, we see that all these 6 prophecies are being fulfilled before our own eyes. And the worst part being, the church, the bride of Christ, remains largely silent on these grave issues which are rampantly destroying our marriages and families in the 21st century. The church appreciates parents who are generous in upbringing large families. But pro-life is not only more babies. Let us clearly understand this. Pro-life is not only more babies. I also see that there is a wrong teaching going on in the church in India, wherein priests and ministers of the gospel of life and pro-life ministry teach that the married couple should have many children in order to fill the earth with more Christians. Another teaching is given to have more children to get more vocations in the church. No, this is not the pro-life teaching of the church. Then what is the pro-life teaching of the church? Pro-life teaching is to remind and reaffirm that every conjugal union of the married couple has to be open to love and life at all times. We see Apostle Paul reminding married couples in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 5. He says, "Do not refuse one another except perhaps by agreement for a season." This agreement to abstain is chastity within marriage, which also has to be practiced at times. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 19:6, "What God has joined together, let no man separate." In other words, what God has joined, let no bishop, no government, no parents, no condoms, no contraceptives, no doctor, and let no one come in between the married couple. This is the precise reason why Venerable Archbishop Fulton Sheen wrote the famous book, 3 to Get Married. The 3 persons are God, husband, and wife. So the authentic pro-life ministry is also responsible parenthood. It means the couple has to pray to God before they come together in conjugal love and be always open to love and life, like Tobias and Sarah mentioned in the sacred scriptures. Even when the couple consummates during their infertile days, and even when they discern with God to space birth due to grave reasons, they should be open to both love and life at all times, because children are always a gift from God. Hence, pro-life means to proclaim, protect, celebrate, and serve life at all its stages, from natural conception to natural death. This is the teaching of the Holy Catholic Church. This will give us holy vocations from holy families and not from contraceptive families. The sanctity of families and marriages has to be restored. through the authentic teachings and demonstrations against the culture of death. And I firmly believe that the sanctity of priesthood and religious life will also be restored if we have holy families and holy marriages. Thus, I appeal to all my brother bishops, priests, religious sisters, brothers, and those in power over our Catholic institutions like colleges, seminaries, formation houses, priest retreats, schools, etc., to proclaim the gospel of life fearlessly and with much urgency. I highly recommend you to conduct CHARIS India's Flesh and Bones pro-life formation program so that the authentic and authoritative teaching of Humanae Vitae, Casti Connubii, Evangelium Vitae, gender ideology, etc. is taught and the sanctity of life is preserved from womb to tomb. Thank you to His Grace Archbishop Andrews, our CBCI President, for hosting this year's National March for Life, and Archbishop Peter Machado of Bangalore for agreeing to host the next year's March for Life on 9th August, not 10th August, 9th August. Let us continue to march for life until the law of God to preserve and protect life in all its stages is restored in our land. I, in a special way, would like to congratulate all the organizations involved in this pro-life. I mainly single out EVA Pro-Life and all the others who are responsible for the exhibition too. So, God bless you all. Let us work together to protect life, to respect life, and to make everyone pro-life. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Your Grace. Your passion for pro-life reflected in your words.